Welcome back, you guys. So for today's video, we're going to be making some chicken ravioli and mushrooms. It's going to be delicious. Here's some of the ingredients that we're going to be using. Avocado oil, garlic powder, garlic pepper seasoning, some Italian seasoning, fresh ground pepper, thyme, some heavy whipping cream. Do have a little black truffle Alfredo sauce, minced garlic, chicken stock, and some shredded Parmesan cheese. I also am going to use a little white wine, you guys. Stay tuned. First, you want to start off by adding the avocado oil very lightly to the pan. Not a whole lot at all, just very little. Okay, next I've added some minced garlic. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding on the mushrooms. Use as many as you like. We are going to be adding the chicken to the pasta and everything, so you don't have to use a whole lot of mushrooms if you don't. Alright, you guys, now that I've added those mushrooms, I'm going to go ahead and add a little of this organic chicken stock to the Alright, next you want to add your heavy whipping cream. Say about 1/3, or actually you could probably use a half a cup of it, just depending on how thick you want your sauce. Just kind of gauge it with your eye. Okay, then we're going to mix everything around, kind of let that simmer for a minute before we start adding on the spices. Okay, guys, so while that's simmering, I went ahead and added a little bit of spices to it. As you can see, some of the spices I showed you, I've added just a little Italian seasoning, a little of paprika, as you can see as well, very little, or you can use salt. Now I'm going to add a little ground black pepper to that as well. And I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic powder to this as well. Just, you know, your choice of the amount of seasoning. Of course, I like to use a lot. Kind of mix that in like so. On to the next step. Alright, you guys, so this is the part where I'm going to go ahead and season my chicken. I do use different seasonings to season the chicken. Of course, you can use the seasoning of choice. You don't really have to be specific. For me, I like to use several. I'm going to use some garlic powder, a little garlic salt, some Italian seasoning, black pepper, a little paprika, and some pink Himalayan salt. And then I'm going to put it in the oven and then on to the next step. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken in the oven. I have it all seasoned up. I'm going to put the oven on about 350. And again, 350 is just a good all-around temperature to be on. Just depends on your oven. So let's go ahead and put this in the oven and work on our pasta. Also, you guys, if you want to boost up the flavor, you can add a little white wine. I do still have some Pinot Grigio. I'm going to go ahead and add to this. Just about 1/3 of it, just to give it a little boost of extra flavor. You can go ahead and add that to your sauce as well. This is completely optional. Just if you want that overall restaurant, you know, feel to it or taste to it, I think you should always use just a little wine to your pasta dishes. It definitely makes a huge difference in flavor. Okay, I did add just a tad bit of Alfredo sauce to this. I added about 2 tablespoons to it just to kind of thicken it up and give it a little bit of extra flavor. And now I'm going to go ahead and add some Parmesan cheese to this as well. Now we're going to start adding our Parmesan cheese. My son's helping me. Good job, baby. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to add some more as well to this. We're going to add some Parmesan cheese to this sauce here. Mix that in really good here. Okay, I went ahead and cut up the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and add it to our mushroom pasta sauce here. Okay. And then now I'm going to start plating everything together.